Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching this Suicidal Ideation coming at you with some channel information, Meatspace stuff. We're not actually doing the Meatspace in the Meatspace because I'm feeling very non-photogenic at the moment. I really don't want to see my face on the camera right now. But anyways, let's not bury the lead too much. I know some of you are busy. You may have noticed that for about a week or two now, we haven't had any updates on FeverdreamS, and we haven't had any updates on LittleBite-sizedPlanet. And the reason for that is that the channel has kind of gone on a bit of hiatus for personal reasons that we're going to be getting into later if you want to stick around. But if you don't want to stick around, I'm hoping that this is only going to last about maybe a month or 2 months, hopefully not longer than that. I really want to continue these series, but I don't feel that I can do them to the level of ability and enthusiasm that I really want to present. I don't think that's fair to creators, and I don't think that's fair to the viewers. So I just kind of decided it'd be best to take a break from all of this. And even the Binding of Isaac stuff, there are updates on Binding of Isaac, but they're all migrations from the old channel. I haven't recorded an episode of Isaac in like 3 weeks now, which should, if you're longtime viewers, should be a pretty big red flag for where my head is right now, because Isaac has been something I've been doing almost 4 years now. At times I was uploading 3 episodes a day, and I can't bring myself to finish a run. So yeah, it's not good. I am continuing the streams. We will still be streaming on, as far as I know, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 8 p.m. There's some job stuff that might come into play with that, but I don't know yet. That's another issue. But that's the big news, I guess. That, I mean, the channel will continue. I will have episodes up in the future, but I really don't feel like I can do that right at the moment. So I want to apologize. There are some folks like RD Cottrell who did Splatty's Adventure. Well, RD Cottrell and his crew did Splatty's Adventure that asked me to do a look at that, and I couldn't get the episode done right. And so I do specifically want to apologize to RD Cottrell and company. But that's our news. And if you want to bop off now, like, I understand folks got things to do, but if you want to kind of listen around for what's going on here in the background, maybe stick around. So basically, I've kind of downplayed, and this is a habit that I've been trying to get out of. We talked about this on stream. Hopefully this will be a little bit more concise, but talked about this on stream that I haven't been as forthright as to how bad the last 3 months have been for me since losing my job, and they've been bad. They've been steadily and increasingly bad. I have a habit of when serious things happen unexpectedly, and I kind of bunker down a lot, and the longer that I bunker down, the harder that it gets to actually claw my way out of that. And it's been really, really difficult this time. It's gotten to the point where I'm uncomfortable interacting with people, with large groups of people. I've been having kind of panic attacks. I mean, they're not diagnosed, so I don't know, but they seem to match up with what I've read about panic attacks. Times when I've gone to the unemployment office, sat down in front of one of the computers to start looking for a job, and, like, just start crying for no reason. I get sweats and shakes, and I have to go. And that's continued, and I've pulled back even more into my apartment, and obviously that's not good. There's like there's a time limit on how long you could do that, but I've just basically been in my apartment mostly because even long walks, and I took long walks for a long time, but even those have started to get a little bit uncomfortable unless I'm taking them like really late at night when there aren't very many people around. I've been sleeping and drinking and sleeping and drinking on kind of like a 2 hour up, 2 hour down, 3 hour up, 3 hour down schedule. It started to occur to me that maybe this has gone a little bit too far when I think last week or the week before I realized I was averaging about a bottle of whiskey a day. And I don't eat a lot, just generally I'm not very hungry. And I don't have a lot of mass on me. So, like, that's not good, clearly. That's, blown my whole thought process out of the window. And speaking of, and, content warning for ideation, but, that kind of train of thought of suicidal thinking that has come back, or self-harming thinking. It's not in a planning stage, it's not in I'm doing this stage, but that loop of thoughts in my mind that I had for a long time, and kind of they went away for a while. I didn't think they'd be gone forever, but it was really nice that they were. But they're kind of back now. So that's also a thing. I want to stress that I'm not thinking about doing anything. I'm not actively thinking about I want to hurt myself in any way. Because I am stubborn. I'm very, very stubborn, and I'm very attached to not being dead. But it takes like a whole set of spoons just to deal with like these thoughts that go through my head. Folks in the chat, and also my folks I talked to this morning, both recommended some form of therapy. And that's like actually a really good idea. That was not an uncalled for suggestion on anybody's part, for the context or the people who are saying it to me. And even I myself am like, yeah, like that would be a really good idea. Of course, the contradiction, of course, the delicious contradiction here is that now that I'm finally at a point in my life where I can honestly look at myself and say, like, yeah, maybe we really shouldn't be MacGyvering our mental health anymore. You know, maybe we shouldn't just be wrapping our brain meats up with baling wire and duct tape and actually see a professional to get some help with this. Is a time when I feel like I've got the least access to that. So that's funny. That's haha. I don't know what to say. I don't want people to worry. I don't. And I know that the impossibility of that statement and the arrogance of that statement, or lack of self-worth, or overabundance of self-loathing, I don't know. But I can't ask you not to worry, because you're just gonna worry anyways, and I appreciate that, but I don't want people to worry, and I guess that's kind of impossible at the moment. I'm trying to take the steps that I need. I'm gonna go to the unemployment office again tomorrow and just kind of try to gut it out. Stop off at some 7-Elevens and Family Marts and see if I can pick up a couple of part-time jobs, which brings their own issues. One of the big issues recently is just, just seeing myself reflected in other people and thinking about all the hoops I'm gonna have to jump through, and the decisions that will need to be made about how I present myself to the world and how comfortable I am with my body. Hey, big spoiler alert, not very comfortable at all right now. Not in the least. But, you know, it needs to be done. I can only hide in my home for so long before I have to start worrying about, like, things like losing electricity or the apartment. So, like, there's a lot that's going on here. And, I don't have... I wish I did. I don't have, like, good news, and I could say that, oh, well, this will be all fine in a couple of weeks, or this will be all fine when I get a job, or... because I don't know. I've just got my fingers dug in, and just hanging on, I guess. And a lot of that has been because of all y'all. You know, been in touch, been in contact, drop in to talk to me during the streams and the chats. And that means an awful lot to me. That means more than I could possibly ever repay. Even any single one of you, for let alone the whole lot of you. So, I mean, I guess that, you know, that's my promise to not do anything stupid. To not do anything final. I'm gonna be around. Somehow. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do it, but, things are, you know, they're tense right now. And so I just kind of, you know, I wanted to apologize for not being able to keep up with the episodes. Because it is an obligation to me. I do look at it that way. So that sucks. So I wanted to say sorry about that. And I wanted, even if it's not a happy talk, I wanted folks to know what's going on. Because I did say I was gonna be more honest with folks. I was gonna let folks know where I was at, and I couldn't really bring myself to do that. But I guess here we are. This is where we are. I'm sorry, folks. I wish it was better. I wish I could say cooler things, but this is where we're at right now. This is what's going on. I'll keep folks in touch. I'll let you know what's going on in the streams. If things change, if things improve. If things don't improve, well, hopefully we won't have to say anything about that. Hopefully that's not going to be an issue. But yeah, I don't know how to end this one, really. So I guess this just does it for us here. This is Risco in Osaka. Signing off. That's not my normal ending. This is Risco in Osaka saying thank you, arigato, arigasamariota, sayonara, see you, and ciao.